Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people. SpongeBob reference. How's it going? Welcome to Thursday. I mean, technically Thursday's almost over, so I hope you've been having a good Thursday. Let's freaking get started. How do you progress in anything? There's all kind of things you can progress in, whether it's a hobby or a video game or your job. That's it. That's basically all I can think of when it comes to life. Video games, your job, and your hobbies. Really, what else is there? Video games is just a hobby, so it's really like how you make your living and then what you do outside of it. Those are the two things that you can really progress at in life. How do you do the progression? You just gotta freaking do it, man. Not to be like you just gotta do it, bro. You just gotta freaking... But low key, I feel like a lot of us hesitate when it comes to taking the next step forward or into something because either we're nervous or we're waiting, most importantly is this one, we're waiting for like the exact, just the perfect moment to start, for something to happen. Oh yeah, Monday morning, I'm gonna blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, this weekend, I'm finally gonna blah, 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 blah. Whatever the heck it is. There's usually some kind of analysis paralysis. That's what that's called, people. And that is what is holding you back from progressing on anything. It's not any of like the physical, like you don't have enough money or time or blah, 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 blah. All that kind of stuff. I've already made a video about this before. All of that like outside surface level kind of stuff that you think is hindering your lifestyle or your progress, that is all in your head, dude. Like unless you are genuinely living under a bridge somewhere, which if you are, stop watching this video and go get your life together. Sorry. But all of that stuff can totally be fixed. I would say it's probably just a combination of you. This might not be nice to hear, but it's probably just you not wanting it as bad as you think you do, to be honest. But we're not talking about that. I've already made a whole video on that and stuff. What I'm talking about today is how you can actually progress in anything, eliminate the analysis paralysis. There's never going to be a perfect time for anything. Is anything perfect? Is anything perfect? Genuinely take a second. Take a second to think, is anything perfect? The anime Hajime no Ippo is pretty damn close. It's not perfect though. I don't think anything's perfect. I would argue that there is not a actual perfect thing on the planet. And I mean, I guess that's also mostly because all of our definitions of perfect are totally different. So, I mean, if you don't like, we've all heard, nobody's perfect, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's perfect. It's been a thing our entire lives. So why would you put that kind of logic towards other things? It carries over everywhere. Nothing is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Just like your hobbies, dude. As much as you want to be an anime protagonist who like becomes the star hip-hop dancer after one practice or whatever, like it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I think that you can absolutely have a knack and a natural talent for certain things, but eventually you're gonna hit a road where, or not a road, but you're gonna hit a point where somebody's gonna be better than you. And that's something that I kind of struggle with. Not maybe as much now, but still definitely do. Is like, it's hard for me to accept that I'm not just like immediately goated at something. And I don't really know where that like, I've done it ever since I was a kid. I don't know where that mindset came from, what subliminal messages my parents were telling me or whatever that made that a habit, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to come to terms with not like immediately being the best at whatever thing I'm trying, whether it's basket weaving or guitar playing or running a race, anything, literally anything. Even if I've just learned it, I want to be the best. I want to be the But actually, also, I never really liked Pokemon, so I'm not going to be a fake fan saying that. But that's also not a bad mindset to have. Wanting to be the best in everything isn't a bad mindset. However, dude, my cat is chasing the heck out of her tail. You get it, girl. I saw like a black orb of energy out of my peripheral. And I look over at my cat, just like trying to grab her tail. That's awesome. I wish I had like meta glasses so I could have just like captured that. At the same time, I really don't want meta glasses because it's kind of people that are associated with that. Anyways, let wanting to be the best at anything be the fuel beneath your flames, all right? Not the freaking cover that tramps them all out, all right? It can be easy to be, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the freaking best. Boom. No further thought, just run with it. Just like, oh, I'm gonna be the best. First, I need to A, B, C, blah, 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 X, Y, Z. No. You're never gonna get to wherever you're going. Because you're probably never gonna start the journey. I'm telling you from experience. I've done it multiple times. Starting a new thing, starting like a martial art or something like that. You gotta stick with it. You gotta freaking stick with it and accept the fact that you might not be the freaking top dog right away. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm on whoever. I mean, this can apply to. I'm saying I'm just mostly just my own life experience. So that is my advice to you. It's okay to want to be better than everyone, but accept the fact that that's not going to happen right from the freaking gate. All right. Maybe I'm just coping because I wasn't immediately the best at everything I've ever tried. God damn it. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I mean, that's basically it, though. Go out there. Whether you make a huge leap forward of progress, just a couple of steps, maybe you just stay still. As long as you're getting out there and doing it, you're light years ahead of the guy who's staying in his room and being like, maybe I'll wait for this, or maybe I can start blah, 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 blah. No, dude. I saw a Instagram thing. It was like, what was it? It was the retard who does is light years ahead of the genius who doesn't. All right? That's a very silly way of putting it, but it's true. It's totally true. The person who just goes out there and isn't afraid to try and fail and says, hey, you know what? There's not going to be a perfect time to start working out. I'm just going to do it now. I'm just going to go to the gym right now. Screw it. There's not going to be a perfect time to take this class. I'm just going to look up a YouTube tutorial and start right now. That is the person who's going to be freaking ahead of the game. Not the person who's like figuring out every little minute detail about what he needs to perfectly get the most excellent start. No. I'm telling you. I was about to say something kind of questionable, but I will, actually, no, I'm just going to say it. I was going to say, be the retard. You got to embrace it, okay? You never want to go full retard, but there's a hint of it that you do have to embrace, okay? That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. There's enough online content creators out there who make hilarious content around that premise, so I'm not going to steal their thing. But I mean, it's really true. The less you I was about to say, the less you overthink something, the easier it is. Yeah, no shit. That's kind of like how life works. But I guess the less, I mean, yeah, it's true though. The less time you spend trying to hammer out every little thing, the more time you get to spend actually just doing it. You know, you can look up how to do a backflip on a pair of skis as... Okay, hang on. Let me iron out that example. You can do research, watch YouTube videos, watch documentaries, look at books, all this kind of stuff. Watch gymnastics practice because you're trying to learn how to do a backflip on skis. All right, let's say that's what you want to learn. You can spend 20 hours learning and trying to do all that kind of stuff. You know, sitting at your computer and taking notes and studying, or you can take 20 hours and just go out there and try it and try doing it. At the end of those 20 hours, at the end of that training block, who do you think is going to be farther ahead in landing the ski backflip? The dude who was going out there just freaking trying it. Unless he like failed and broke his neck on the first try, then yeah, the guy who was maybe studying at home. But either way, that guy who's studying at home, who knows if he ever even makes it out onto the slope, you know? Something to think about. Something to think about that I think I unpacked my lunch bag. Did I? Yes, I did. I'm a good frickin' noodle. I hope you guys had an awesome Thursday, though. I've also said this before, that I think Thursdays can sometimes be like a kind of purgatory day where it just feels like nothing really happens. And if stuff does happen, it's just like, blah, Thursday stuff. But honestly, I feel like I was in my own head. Thursday's just another day of the week, dude. Oh, has the top of my head been cut off this entire time? Oh, gosh dang it, dude. Gosh dang it, dude. How long have I been even recording for? I don't know. Oh, 10 minutes. Man, my fault. My fault. This is like, reminds me of when I first started using this camera for these videos, and like the first couple of videos are just like completely out of focus for like 20 minutes straight. Crazy. That's called character development, baby. It's the same thing with making content too. If you want to make money and like do other stuff from the internet, which I don't, I'm not saying that as like a flex or anything, but you gotta start posting videos. You gotta start making stuff. You have to start being able to be found by people online, you know? A big thing for me, I guess, which it plays directly into like wanting to just be goated right from the start. But it's like I'd have these like daydreams and stuff like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get all this money and be famous and all this stuff and yada 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 because I'm gonna be an actor or a social media person or whatever. But then that guy would never like go try acting or do any of the things that can get me to that step realistically. I was just like thinking like, oh yeah, I'll just wake up one morning and my life will just be freaking excellent all of a sudden. That's not how life works, dude. I honestly low-key wish I snapped out of that sooner. I'm not even that old. I turned 26. Well, shit, okay, I guess that was kind of a while ago. I turned 26 back in April. So that's 4 months ago. And yeah, even like now, I would still say that I would consider myself young and stuff now, but the younger you can realize, like, damn, your life's not just gonna unfold itself for you and be like, here you go. Here's your 6-figure salary and your house and your job. No, that's not life. You have to go out there and take the steps to make that stuff actually happen, you know? And yeah, I don't know. It was like, I don't know if I had this thought of like, oh man, maybe if I just daydream hard enough about it, it'll happen. But that's part of it. Yeah, you do want to daydream and fantasize about your goals and stuff, but you also have to be making sure you're taking the freaking proper steps to get there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm freaking saying? Anyways, hope you guys' Thursday was excellent. Feel free to type a high and a low for the day in the freaking comment section below. For me, high of the day, it was just a solid ass day. It was like productive at work. I was busy. I feel like I was kind of moving around, going to meetings and stuff. On top of my shit. I'm not trying to flex, but the person who like also has the same job as me at my company. Life's not about, you know, comparison or anything, but I feel like I've low-key been, let's just say I used to look up to this person a lot, and now I feel like I'm kind of becoming the person to be looked up to. And, kind of feels good. Kind of feels nice. If only my salary would reflect that, but nope. Nope. He still makes $15,000 more than I do a year. Isn't that great? Anyways, not to get frickin' hecka salty all of a sudden. You guys got any plans for the weekend? GalaxyCon is this weekend. I'm not going because I am broke. I'm a regular ass dude with bills to pay. And expensive hobbies, so I will not be going. But everyone that does, I hope you have an amazing time. I think I'm going to actually go to a leather store this weekend. I'm going to try to make, dude, my cat is too... What you got? You She's like doing that thing where she was like loafed and then like skidding across the ground. Oh man, cats are so weird, dude. My cat 100% has the same kind of autism that I do. Yeah, you do. She knows 3 modes: hungry, overstimulated, or understimulated. And I could not relate any more. Okay, I'm gonna lock in with these couple of dishes, make my lunch for tomorrow. There's soap all over this hand. Feed my cat. and then have an excellent rest of my freaking night. I got back and shoulders tonight, and my chest and shoulders are freaking cooked from yesterday at the gym. Nothing else to say, dude. Remember, what did we talk about again? Hang on, what do I want? Remember, don't let trying to be the best hinder you. Let it be the fuel beneath your feet. I don't know. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Have an excellent rest of your Thursday, and I'll frickin' see you tomorrow.